Okay, I do think the stream is now live. Just waiting for a response from YouTube Studio. There we go. Alright guys, welcome back to the stream. Today we're playing some more Euro Truck Simulator 2. Obviously, we play it quite a lot. Alright guys, welcome back. Now I just need to get the stream shared. And we're going to crack on with some jobs. This will only take a moment, guys. Then we'll be cracking on with some jobs. In here. Hopefully everyone's had a good day and are COVID-free. It's looking like the UK is going back into lockdown. Well, England anyway. Everyone else is already in lockdown in the UK. It's just us what aren't. But it looks like the next hour that's getting announced for England. So yeah, I fully agree with it though, must be said. Truck Simulator community. But yeah, once I've finished sharing this link, which will be in a moment, we'll be buggering off and doing some jobs for the next couple of hours. Right then, just need to shut stuff off which I do not require open at this time. Which is basically everything except for the gaming stream. Okay, right then. Let's crack on with some jobs, shall we? Job market, freight market, and Geneva. We'll do that one to Cesari. So we're going back over to them islands. Oh, green light. For those interested,
turn off your high beams, man.
For those interested, I have purchased a wheel which should be arriving in the next few days. So looking forward to giving that a go. Start at a red light. There we go. Let's go. We're just here on the right. Now let's accept the job. Let's go and connect up with said job. Evening, Tez. Well, spending money again. It's just because I plan to do a lot more driving on Euro Truck that I think I now need to get a steering wheel. Otherwise, I'll have very, very sore hands. Okay, left turn out of the complex. And then a right turn here when the lights go to green. No, the sore hands are because of something else, lol. You wish. Green light, let's go. But yeah, because obviously I'll be doing a lot more driving on the game soon. I think it's now time I started looking at a wheel. So one has been purchased. It's currently due on the 11th of January. So yeah, it's going to be a while before I get it. Or would that be a sore wrist? Possibly. Whoa, way up. Stay on the correct side of the road. Muppet. Anyway, straight over this motorway, as we're not coming off, well, not joining that motorway. We do have 1,217 kilometres to go, but we've got, what, 2 ferries, I think? So it will actually take that long to do. That's a sharp bend. Actually being serious once, I've often wondered how I managed to do these long jobs using the keyboard. Yeah, like, I'm not too, it's not too bad at the moment, but because obviously I'm going to be doing some midday streams as well as the current streams, well, starting any day now, it's going to require, well, my hands being used a lot more, we'll put it that way. So yeah, I can foresee there being a lot of pain unless I get a wheel. So I've now invested in a wheel, so I can do these extra streams with no problems. RSI, what's RSI? Repetitive strain injury, yeah. If that's what would happen exactly, so that's why I've now invested in a steering wheel, and it should arrive in the next few days. Hello, Alban. Hello, Scorps. Well, that's a tight bend. Where are you getting it from? I've bought it through Amazon, as obviously with what's going on, it just made a lot more sense to purchase it that way. Terence, I'm going to DM you in a bit. Alright, I will have a look when I'm not streaming. I've got Amazon, although I've got Prime. See, I don't normally use Amazon, so there's no point in me having Prime. Oh, need to slow down a bit more. There we go. The server was super busy to try and get into. There was a queue of about 100 people to get in when I joined. So I'm surprised I'm not seeing more truckers about. Though having said that, I am heading towards the 2 islands, which is usually quiet, so makes sense. He's actually someone nearby now. Not sure where he is. Looks like a right turn coming up ahead. Okay, that guy will be gone back time down to the motorway, so I won't be in his way, that's good. Oh, but he's delivering presents, so I'm going to catch him up pretty quickly. There's also street lamps, so I won't be needing that. So usually can order stuff and get them quicker. Yeah, I've noticed, but since I very, very rarely use what was it called? I very rarely use Amazon, so it's just not worth my time. Oh, that's a speed camera coming up. So it's just not be worth my time having Amazon Prime at this time. Well, you never know. Things may change. Red light there. Go for the centre of Leon. Terence, dab. Oh, I don't do all that stuff. I'm not dabbing. Okay, it looks like I'm clear. Looking forward to Boris' announcement later. Oh, well, we know what it's going to be. It'll be a full national lockdown, which, to be honest, is about time. We're well overdue that. So the rate of cases growing is concerning, to say the least. Hence why a certain person absent on the stream tonight. I think Steve's busy. I think he's having his tea when I said I was going live, so he's busy, unfortunately. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already done so, please do hit the like button on this stream, as it helps me YouTube analytics and means more people are likely to see this stream, which helps me out. How have you been today, Terence? Yeah, not bad. Just was busy a lot of the day recording tomorrow's video, which took a lot longer than it bloody well should have. Spoke to him and he said he would have joined you tonight but wants to watch the announcement tonight. Oh, so he wants to see that as well. Terence, does this ever bore? Well, every time I get... every time I start getting bored of the game, they always bring out something new. Like maybe they've updated the map, or maybe there's a special event going on, or maybe they've brought a new part of the map out, which we're due a new part of the map out in the next few weeks. And then obviously there's stuff I can get involved with VTCs as well. So there's always something going on which keeps me interested. Like I say, it's a bit different at the moment because obviously with what's going on with the VTCs, but typically there is something going on which keeps me enjoying the game. No street lamps anymore, so I'll put my full beam on. Bob Marley. Hello. It's an interesting choice for a name. Excuse me. Okay, another 1,000 kilometres to go, but it's not as long as it sounds because there's two ferries I think on this. Well, there's at least one, might be two. It's amazing how this game brings people together. I never would have actually thought I'd have Ant and Brett speaking to me, if I'm honest. Well, yeah, that does surprise me as well. In fact, one thing that surprises me is some of the people that now play this game. Like Ant, I never thought I'd play it. I never thought I'd enjoy it as much as I do. Shane's getting it. You're saying that you don't know Shane. Jordan, who you do know, is looking at getting it. So yeah, it does surprise me, to be honest, that the game is as interesting as it is. Can you play Train Simulator? I will be playing Train Simulator again when I get my new computer. There is a plan to use it, play it. Like, if you go into my other channel and search Train Simulator, you will find videos I made a couple of years ago. And obviously when I get my new computer, I will be doing that again. And I'll probably do the odd live stream on this channel of it as well. I've always liked driving sims, to be honest. Well, this is probably the best driving simulation game I've ever played. I pretty much enjoy it. I got hit by a train on the arm before. Should I stay behind yellow line then? Okay, straight on at the upcoming junction. Oh shit. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. There we go. That was close. Interesting developments coming out of Right Bus. Wow, what's going on over there? What's happened now? People coming towards me, so I'm going to have to let my full beam off for now. Now they're gone and put it back on. Yeah, hoping everyone's had a good start to the New Year and have managed to keep themselves COVID free. I have, which is something I'm glad about. It's spreading like wildfire here, so I am a bit concerned every time I go out. I might end up catching it. Looks like we're getting a modern version of the Pulsar. Oh, that'd be interesting. I hope they bring out a modern version of the Eclipse. Like, the Eclipse 2 was shite, but the Eclipse 1 was good. As in, like, the early Eclipse ones. When they started messing around the engines towards the end, it was getting a bit shit. But the original Eclipses were good buses. There's a B8 RLE Eclipse 3. Good. Sounds like something to get the camera out for when they're built. No more Pulsars, please. I bet you're sick of driving them, Mark. I almost called you Brett and I almost called you Dawson. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Mark. I've actually been on a right B8. I've not. At least I don't think I have. How's it going, Mark? Trent Barton got a small batch. Alright. So they're not exactly a million miles away from us then. Okay, tunnel. There's going to... This is going to look an Eclipse 3. Street deck, heavyweight design, so build quality will be better than street. Well, you can't get any worse than a street light. So yeah, bloody hell, there's a convoy around here by the looks of it. This should be fun. Not bad. There's nothing worse than a big bus on midi bus wheels. Yeah, I fully agree with that. Looks like a Pulsar of a Gemini 3 at front end. Well, that's interesting to say the least. Yeah, there's a bloody convoy here. There's a convoy just down there. Looks like they're just not departed yet. They probably will do in a minute. So I'm glad we've come through when we did, otherwise we might have got stuck behind them. So it's an interbreed, must be from Hillstown. Wow. Or Ellesmere Port. State. Excuse me. No official news yet from Wrightbus, but the guy in charge of Ipswich has posted a tweet about it. Well, I bet Wrightbus aren't going to be best pleased about that one then. Brett seems to think he's ex-GHA. Oh dear. Somebody called Aaron just got kicked from the server. For fuck's sake, Aaron. Stephen Bryce. Yes, he was the transport manager, I think, at GHA. So that is correct. Last I heard about Stephen Bryce, I thought he was working out of an Arriva Midlands depot as a driver. So he must have moved on if that's the case. Now general manager at Ipswich Buses. Must be desperate for a management. If they've put him as in charge. Bloody hell. Look at his past record. What was it before GHA? Was it your bus? Look what happened to them. Not Cannock, was it? It might have been Cannock. It was that kind of way. And Easy Bus too, wasn't he? I think he did have something to do with Easy Bus, yeah. Can I make these green lights? Yes. Unless it's another namesake, but it's a big guy with grey hair. That does sound like Stephen Bryce to me. It'll be him as Shaw's hair. Yeah, it sounds like it's the same Stephen Bryce. Bloody weird one for sure. Please tell me you two in the collision zone. You're not, are you? Fucking hell. Nice parking. Okay, ferry 1 of 2. See what happens. Surely it doesn't take much to build something more secure than a streetlight, lol. I agree. Maybe it's not their ferry, lol. Well, the parking's still extremely bold. But like Steve. Okay, 346 kilometres still to drive, but we do have one more ferry still to go. If it's built anything like a streetlight, then it'll be a flop. Well, exactly. The streetlight is one of the worst single deck buses I've ever been on. I'll be totally honest. Okay, left. Where is that? Is that a T-junction? No, it's not. It's a roundabout. Anyway, as I was saying before, I've invested in a steering wheel. Can't even speak English now. It's currently due on the 11th of January, so I look forward to giving that a go. Wasn't the streetlight a rejigged version of that bendy thing they had? I'm not sure. Nice parking. I thought that said for a minute, Brett on fire. Well, hang on a minute, how the fuck's he done that? How the hell has he got from there to there? What the fuck? I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. That was weird. Okay, looks like we've got some tight bends coming up. At least that's what she said. Okay, just taking it easy around these corners. I don't fancy crashing. Looks like we're doing alright though, which is the main thing. Okay, all going well. Yeah, I'd say that went pretty well. Gonna put my 4 beams on as well, as it's dark and no street lamps and no one about. Could be worse. Opter could come back with a solo front end attached to an Excel back end. Well, yeah, that's a fair point. Those Excels that first at Wigan had were falling to bits when they finally took them off the road. Even though I love Excels for some strange reason. See, they were different to what you typically find on the road, so I can understand that. The ones at CMT and Comfy Bus were great to drive. Nothing wrong with Excels. Well, that's the ones that Stagecoach try again. The one that first Wigan had, they were falling to bits when they come off. Oh, shite. I don't know what I've hit there. Oh, concrete barrier thing. Well, that was smart. I'll limp it. It's a good job there's no one about to see that, except for obviously those who are in my stream. That was a bad crash. Oh shit. Just realised I had my full beam on when he was coming towards me. Another I used to like was the Deltas. See, I've never had a ride on a Delta or anything like that, so it's one thing I missed, unfortunately. Anyway, less than 250 kilometres to go. There were quite a number of Excels in Manchester at one point, and Blackpool Transport had them in numbers. Yeah, there was popular in certain places, there's no arguments there. Blackpool has some Deltas as well. Yeah, I never got any Deltas with anyone, unfortunately. Aleros is another thing what Opter made, which I've not had a ride on. And the Icarus. Icarus is, well, the low floor ones, what Daft made, they were nice. Blue Bus had some. Obviously I got them when the Riva Bolton had them and they were lovely. But obviously I never got the step entrance ones that existed before them. Those are crap lol, I drove them at Comfy Bus. Yeah, I can't imagine they'd be that good. Although those were a mistake, lol. Well, since there's only a handful of us in chat, what I count as a mistake is when somebody turns out to be an absolute arsehole, and the mistake is the dad didn't pull out. Excuse me. Excuse me. As for the B8 RLL, in the last 4 years they've only built 16 Eclipse 3s, and yet the MCV has built over 100 Evo. Oh dear. That just show how bad it's got at Lightbus. But when they're building stuff like street lights, it doesn't surprise me why nobody's buying from Lightbus. That's definitely a bloody error. So we're coming into ejaculation, as I prefer to call it, ejaculation. There's a roundabout. Okay, into the city area. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a go at that. Yeah, I want to have a go at the MP one, but I've just not had the chance yet. More so with this COVID stuff going on. Oh, there's a Brett Light in front of me. Ah, not anymore. Thanks, Brett. Oh, fuck's sake, Brett. Remember MCT having a couple of Aleros earlier on in life. They're regulars on the evening 168. Charlton to Gorton service, bloody hell. Yeah, I never got the chance to get one, unfortunately, but you know, it's one of them things. Oh, green light. Yeah, green light. Let's go. Driving Aleros is like driving mini diggers. I thought you put something else for a moment and got a little bit concerned. Good evening, Mr. 69. Good evening, Mr. Bald. It's weird to see you in the chat. I thought it was a new person at first when I seen the, obviously the profile pictures different to normal ones I see in the chat. I've had it 3 times already on rail replacement, bloody hell. Bet it's nice and expressway on the X1. It probably is. That's it. At some point I will hopefully get a go, but with all this going on at the moment, it's just not a priority. Oh look, I took loads of viewers and subscribers to his channel the other night. What do you mean you took loads of viewers and subscribers to his channel? Hi, Mr. Squeaky, from my mother. Ah, can your mum hear me, Steve? Chinese tourists on Mark's bus, lol. Yes, she can, lol. Well, I don't know if I sound squeaky or not, but your mum would know better than me. But it's better than what I normally get called, my voice, so I'll text squeaky. All my passengers. Ah! You do so squeaky, lol. Old. You do sound so squeaky. Ah, right. Well, if I sound squeaky, then it's one of them things. I'll take it though. Could have took that roundabout better. Your tuck is more broken than a street light. It is at the moment, yes. Very bold driving, indeed. There's a Brett Light in front of me as well. Here's an idea for a video one day, Steve. Get your mum to drive a bus simulation game and compare it to how she'd drive in real life. That would be an interesting one to watch. You could title it Bus Driver Tries Out Bus Simulation Game or something like that. Your truck is like an HTL bus. Well, yeah, it's probably about as reliable as one at the moment. Oh, actually the end of the job. Oh no, it's not that light. That light goes to nowhere. What's he got? DB Schenker. I like that. Remember HL when he had those Reynolds? Yeah, I got one of them on the 883. It was a Raw Hill Harrier. And when I told Eddie that was called a Raw Hill Harrier, he thought I said Rolf Harris. I was like, the fuck? Used to see them regularly in Ashton. Are we on about the actual Raw Hill Harrier? The older ones, and not the 11 or 12 plates, whatever they was. I remember HL when they first started up just doing school disability buses. You're showing your age a bit there, Mark. The ones they used on the 256. Oh, that's going back a while. If Mark gets online in his spare time, I expect him to turn up in a Viva Livery truck. TL. Same with MCT. Yeah, MCT started up the similar way as HGL, didn't they? Well, originally HGL only did taxis, then they started doing like disability buses and that, and then they went into proper service work. Okay, well that's that job complete. Let's have a look what other options we've got. Rome. I'll take Rome. Fleet number will be 4105 to Ant. I'm going to make a slight detour when picking up this job. I'm going to fix my truck. Must have about 25% damage. What the hell happened? I had to fight with a barrier. At least it's not the only thing carried at the depot. Well, yeah, that's true. You still need that. I don't. I got that when it was at Winsford by luck. Very bold, Terence. It was indeed. I didn't realise it was there. Okay, let me fix the truck. 44 grand. Robin, you know what? And Terence calls me a bold driver. Because you actually are, for the moment. St. Helens, I need all the Sol SRs, 1 Solo, 1 Commander, 4105, and 3 or 4 Pulsars. Oh, you need quite a bit this way then. What was the last president at Winsford, as I had it on the Northwich to... That would have been 4162 2 or 4164, because both was out on the final day in service, and then one of them tried to get over to Bolton Depot to be used as a staff dinner bus, and caught fire on the way. I probably need like 1, maybe 2 pulsars here, but apart from that, I need the central, let's see, a commander, a cadet, and that's it, I think. Okay, joining the motorway to go and get my job. I need them all. Yeah, because you don't write down what you've been on, because obviously you're not like us, you just like to drive them. I'm down to about 15 required buses at Speak. Well, I know I need more at Speak than you, because I don't get up on their services enough. That was going to change, but, well, thanks to COVID, you know. I blame Terence for the next lockdown, lol. I blame you because you're not using your godly powers to stop it. Yeah, he's a super spreader from Ellesmere Port. He could very well be. Don't forget Phoenix VTC, well, I'll say reopens. It opens for the first time on the 9th of January. And it looks like we're attending an event on the 10th. I'll be getting my application in on the 9th, the minute it opens. I've not left my house since Christmas Day. I bet you've forgotten where the front door is. I bet next time you want to leave the house, your mum will have to show you where the front door is. Instead of feeding the 5,000, he's infected the 5,000. Something like that. I went out today. I had a quick walk around Fatterweath. That's all I've done today. Outside. Glad I'm not with Steve right now, as Betty smells like fresh fish. Oh yeah. Oh, fish. It's devil food. How the hell am I supposed to get over there? Ah, I think I get it. I think my job's just round here. Hidden. There we are. Well, a couple up at first. Alright, let's make a move. We have 1,018 kilometres, but we do have a ferry on that, so it won't take as long as it sounds. I see Aunt Dawson's mate is on the nearby. Bojo's speech shortly. Are you looking forward to it, Steve? So we know it's going to announce it's going over national lockdown, but it sounds like this time it's actually going to close the schools. About, you know, that's common sense. The less reason you have to go out, the better. Some bald guy from Chester is on Sky News right now, and he's from Chester apparently. Well, yeah, you don't say. Hey, there's a new burger and shake place at the junction called Pinky's. Do you mean St Helens Junction? Looks like it's on both BBC and ITV. As our ITV have had a schedule tonight after Corrie. Good. Yeah. I'll try the burger place at some point. Why the hell have I got 69 ping? Swivel on that. Mr. 69er. See, I like a 69er when there's a fit looking bird in my bed. Not when I'm driving bloody trucks. Looks like I'm catching up to Ant's best mate. Once again guys, if you haven't already done so, please do hit the like button, as it helps me with YouTube analytics. So obviously would very much appreciate it. By the way, this new streaming times now. Oh, by the way, listen, no, I was going to go live at 30:30. Oh, where's the button? There it is. I was going to go live at 6:30, like I normally do. However, I still had a video being backed up onto the online drive, so I couldn't go live when I wanted. I'm going to call Terence the 69 disease going forward. Don't know what this guy's doing. Mark, from now on, Tez is not allowed on your bus unless you have 2969. Doing some bold driving. He is, yeah, he's between different lanes. That's why I've not gone for the overtakes. I don't know if I get a fucking... I was just considering doing it, but then he does that. Deal. What's he doing? Social distancing from the white line on the right or something? It looks like I got a right turn coming up ahead, so I'm going to have to keep behind him for now. I'm going to go now to watch the speech. Alright, Baldy, enjoy the speech. I think we know what's going to be said, but just in case there's any surprises, let us know. And Aston pay 59 pence every 6.9 minutes. Can you imagine that? Oh, he's been kicked. Interesting one. And I'm not sure what's happened there, but he's been kicked for some reason because his ping was not above 600. A moderator's kicked him. 497, that's great driving, making Terence slow down. Well, he's got kicked for it, so I'm glad he's gone. His driving was worse than Steve's after a Saturday night. Okay. So far so good here. There's a bloody Brett Light in front of me. Drove like steel on his way to the hairdressers. Oh, green light. It's going to move on. Oh. I've still got my brandy sauce sat on the desk. I've no idea what to use that on. Might nip the shop later on and see if he's got any good cakes in, which would go well with it. You know, we're approaching our ferry trip. Another Brett Light in front of me. There we go, green light. I'm the only one on the nearby. Pre-recorded, lol. What a surprise. Yeah, like I say, he'll just announce another national lockdown to deal with the spread of COVID-19. Okay, let's go. I have no idea why it says it's live, but if it's pre-recorded then it's not live. Tell it's pre-recorded. Most of his... Oh, have I done that? Yeah, most of his important speeches have always been pre-recorded, so it's not new. Well, I did well then. Quite easily. Yeah, March 2022, March 2020 round 2. When I first read that, I thought he said he'd put us into lockdown until March 2021 then, which I would have agreed with, absolutely. he would contradict himself if he was large. If he was large, if he was live. Well, he's large anyway, I'll think about it. So, was I correct? Is it a national lets the schools go back for one day? Lol, closed down now. Yeah, so I'm correct then that it's a national lockdown, just like in March then, which I have to say I fully agree and support. Yes. Oh, that was close. Good. That needs to be done. Okay, off at this junction. Another 329 kilometres to drive. About time they just admitted there's a massive failure. Oh god, I've misread that. About time they just admitted there's a massive failure. Well, to be totally honest, until this new strain come along, the tier system was working, but the problem is this new strain is highly more infectious. So that's, well, led to this, really. But yeah, it's just time to lock everything down until it's safe to go out again, which at the moment it's most certainly not. Doubt it's recorded, just trying to read his watch. It normally is recorded, the main announcements he's done. Like the one when we went into lockdown in March was recorded. The one talking about the relaxation of the rules from the 1st of June was pre-recorded. And I think the one announcing the last lockdown, the one in November, I'm pretty sure that was pre-recorded as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if it is pre-recorded. And some people in Tier 2 thought life was back to normal. Well, indeed. Only 3 weeks ago, it was, unless you lived in the south, everything was looking pretty good. It's gone to shit pretty quickly. Pissing my fucking self laughing. Southampton have scored against Liverpool. Wow. Is it 1-0 to Southampton then, and Dawson? Danny Ings comes back to haunt them. I thought he was injured for some reason. Okay, another 250 kilometres to go. We'll be live for at least another hour, so I won't be going anywhere yet. And obviously, due to us being in another national lockdown, it means that unless I've got a Green Party meeting, I will be streaming. Because obviously I'm not going out anywhere. Was recently been back for a week or two. Alright. So I've not totally lost the plot then. Always funny when a Liverpool reject returns to Anfield and scores. Agreed. So are the kids in school or not? I'm assuming the schools will be open for key workers, but not for anyone else. So you'll count as a key worker, but your wife will not. Well, girlfriend officially, but you've been together that long, I just see it as a marriage. Exactly the same as last time. Yeah, that's exactly how it sounds. Basically, if your class is a key worker, you can send your kids to school. If not, you keep them at home, and they're not allowed to go out. Might be nasty and send mine to school. I key worker, lol. Well, being honest, they're probably going to get bored being stuck in the house anyway all the time, so, you know, why not? Starting to brighten up on the game now, which is nice to see. It's the only way it's going to solve anything. So for at least let's hope there isn't an eat out to help out round 2. Yes, that would be disastrous. Wonder whether we'll see reduced transport services again. I suspect we will. I'd be very surprised if we don't. Lockdown will be reviewed on February the 15th. Wow. So it's a good few weeks then, this lockdown. I'm almost impressed. Boris Johnson doing something smart. Fucking hell. You don't see that very often. The Red Wolf. Is that a Brett ranking or something? 6 weeks initially. Yeah. I can fully understand that. No schools will return to normal until at least then, and exams are set to be cancelled. Yeah, I can't say how you'd be able to keep with exams now, because if we're in lockdown till at least mid-February, you just don't have the time now to be able to teach pupils as much as you normally would do. So yeah, I think that's smart. It's a shame, but that's where we are at the moment. He hasn't mentioned anything though about not meeting people and nothing about walking exercise. Yeah, you can go for a walk as your daily exercise, obviously, but that's it. But like I've said, like, I'll be keeping myself to myself with all this shit going on. There we go. Less than 50 kilometres to go. Believe limited for 2 hours again. Oh, has it been limited to 2 hours now? Oh, right, that's interesting. That stops Brett doing any of his mad walks then. So Mr. Candle will not be best pleased when he finds out. Didn't hear that. Neither did I, I'm driving. I wouldn't want to be walking around Liverpool with 600 plus cases per day. He must be thick. Well, to be fair, it's not much better in St Helens, really. Like, when you think about it, we've got 200 cases a day, but we've got a lower population. So when you work it out, it's probably not much better here. Oh, that's going to be an interesting road to take a lorry down. Oh, no, that's not going to work. I don't know how I'm going to get around this. Oh, we're round. I enjoy walking, but we're keeping it to a bare minimum to the job. I'm doing the exact same. This is a stupid place to send a lorry. I'm sorry, but it is. That due to the tier system being a shambles, people travelling to higher and lower tiers. But if people actually, you know, when they was told to stay at home and the rest of it actually did so, it wouldn't be anything like as bad. But when you got people from Yorkshire, for example, coming up for the buses in Liverpool, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's pick another job. Okay, so we're going from Rome. Okay, so we're going back to the islands. $193 kilometres to drive just to where my job is. Wow. Come on. Oh, that's right, it's gone down again. I was going to bloody say. Oh, bloody hell. But yeah, okay. We're going nowhere until mid-February then. He needs to close all borders to not allow people in or out. That'd be a good shout, yeah. So we need a proper strict stay at home and do jack shit type thing. Brett ain't gonna stay at home, lol. Well, if he gets coronavirus, it's his own fault. Apparently he has nothing to do at all. Well, he gets money per week, does he not? Get a few games. Get a computer. Anything. Needs to be like abroad though and effective and hit people's pockets if they don't abide. Well, absolutely. Like if I go for exercise, for example, I should be getting stopped. Where you go? Where you doing? You know what you doing? Where you going? That kind of shite. It's like in that first lockdown in March, how I stopped once. He gets bored easily, apparently. Well, what's more important? Getting bored? Well, entertainment, or you know, protecting yourself from getting very unwell. He think he wants to walk all day every day. Well, he can't. It's 2 hours. 2 hours exercise per day. Nothing wrong with what? Nothing wrong with that, is there? Yeah. You're only allowed out for 2 hours per day. And the more time you're outdoors, the more chance you are bumping into the wrong people who won't have it. I'm fine, I still drive around on buses and do what I enjoy. Well, true. You're key workers, so you get to stay in work. Apparently that's rumoured but wasn't confirmed on the TV. But if it's the same as March 20, it makes sense. Well, March 2020, he was allowed out for 1 hour. It was only late April, early May, it was relaxed. So you could go out a bit longer. It was an hour back then. Last major lockdown was out for a good 3 hours sometimes, doing about 7-8 miles. Well, I personally wouldn't push it because, like I said, the longer you're out of the house, the more chance you have of bumping into someone who's got COVID and they don't realise they've got it. So I will be, my backside will be very much glued to this seat for the next 6 weeks. There'll be people ignoring it, lol. Though, yes, there will be, but I won't be. I'm not stupid. If people want to risk getting the coronavirus and then taking it back to other relatives and possibly killing them, then, you know, that's what they'll do. Idiots will be idiots. if everyone has to stay at home, then I'm going to play knock and run. Has more chance of getting chased because people will be at home. Yes, that's a good point. Used to be a good game, that, when I was kids. I used to enjoy that. Ghost Knot was better. Well, what was that? Gel, this has been a long drive just to collect my job. I most likely need to stop on this job to pick up fuel. Oh, it's gone to green. Okay, we're finally approaching where our job is. Come on. Stop, thank you. Alright, let's go and connect onto our trailer. Oh, there it is. Thought it was facing the same as the other English. I thought it was facing the other way like the other trailers was. Oh, back we go. Okay, let's make a move. We've got 1,048 kilometres to go, though we've got at least one ferry, so it shouldn't take all that long overall. Oh, excuse me. Tie a piece of cotton around the door, knocked and run across the road with the reel of cotton in your hand and hide behind the fence. Then you start pulling the cotton and went answered, no one there. That sounds like a good one, that. Okay, right turn at the roundabout. Elite Sport continues as normal, that's good news. See, I'm not even really sure that should be going ahead, to be honest, because we're seeing an increase in cases with elite athletes, especially when looking at football anyway. So it's, you know, I'm not exactly convinced that should be allowed to go ahead, but, you know. What the hell is he doing? Yes, but compared to that tests being carried out, it's not even 1% positive. Well, yeah, true, but it is still going up, which is the point. I know obviously the players and staff are trying their hardest, to do nothing but football, but you still got to go out, you still got to take your kids to school, which obviously that's been stopped now for the most part. You've still got to go out and get your food and stuff like that. I think Roy Hodgson hit the nail on the head when he said these secure bubbles are not as secure as people think they are. Even wrap dog muck in paper and light it on fire and put it on someone's step, then knock and run. As when they stamp on it to put it out, they walk in dog muck into their house. That's naughty, but it's bloody funny. Okay, tall booth. Done it to the ones we didn't like, lol. Well, that's bloody funny, that. People can leave home and exercise once a day, but must stay locally within their postal area. Sounds fair. Yeah, there's a few people here or something. Well, at least puts a stop to Brett's long walks then. Brett will have to walk around in a circle. Yeah, exactly. MP Travel tweeted saying they're still going to operate the X1 and B52 as normal to get key workers to work. Well, the B52 I can understand staying as normal because the people that use that are key workers anyway, so there shouldn't be any changes to passenger numbers. The X1, however, you might be able to get away running it hourly because obviously you're not going to have any commuter passengers anymore, at least for the next 6 weeks. Oh, it looks like a right turn coming up ahead. The thing is, though, the police aren't going to be stopping everyone and asking them what they're doing and why they're in a certain place. We'd expect them to stop some people each day and ask them. And then if you catch someone breaking the rules, make an example out of them. It's the only way you're going to get on top of this virus and stop people taking the piss. I would do my part by staying at home. Steve's house remain open for social distance services, lol. I'm surprised at that. Welsh police are doing great at stopping people and fishing out fines. Well, indeed, I've seen some of the stuff they're doing. Turning up at, like for example, when you couldn't go into Wales, I was turning up on random roads into Wales from England and setting up checkpoints for the day. Just catching loads out, it would be funny. Like they're even stopping buses and quizzing all the passengers and everything. That's what you call policing. Okay, well, I'm going to overtake these two slow drivers. Haven't heard of that here. I have. Devon police are doing it. And I've seen pictures of Greater Manchester police doing it as well in the first lockdown. Even stopping their own residents trying to get to Snowdonia. Yeah, they was doing that as well. You couldn't get away with anything. Okay, well I need to go past a petrol station at the moment, so I think I'll be nipping in to fill up with fuel. There's 6 weeks of eating takeaways regularly, bashing ETS2 and watching ball driving them for us. Basically, yeah. And I'll be doing some midday streams as well. So, yeah, it's got to be fun. Okay, time to get a full tank of fuel. Okay, there we go. Let them two pass. There we are. Not a problem. Yeah, he's gone halfway over bloody roundabouts. some ball driving. And that's assuming as well, when you said 6 weeks, that's assuming it's not extended, and it very well could be. Forecast by mine tomorrow, highest of 3 degrees, lowest of -1. So that should be bloody fun. Some guy coming up behind me at some speed. Oh bloody hell, this guy's beached it. That's like Ryan on the beach, a beached whale. He's got it round in the end. Okay, let's board the ferry then. That's the one. Let's hope in 6 weeks we can get on top of it. Well, just like I got on top of Hit Birds. Oh. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that's some ball driving, isn't it? Brett in front. It might as well be, the driving's poor. Another 250 kilometres to go. I went for a Brett light. Probably thought the light was saluting him. I've just remembered I've not reported the 2 people from yesterday's stream. I'll get that sorted after this stream. There's a Viva truck up nearby. Don't know who he is, but still gave him a good flash. Brett truck as well, indeed. It's a shame I won't be a member of Viva for much longer. Okay, now on a motorway, or at least a dual carriageway, let's puff up down. See the Liverpool game's coming up to half time and it's still 1-0 to Southampton. I'd love it if it stayed that way. I would love it. Same GGMU. Oh yeah, with you now. Yeah, it's a bit of a slow moment then. Knocking the Scousers off their perch next week if it stands. True. You have to see how it all goes though. Wish in typical inconsistent FC fashion. It would happen. It's possible. Which in typical fashion? Right, yes. I understand now. Okay, right turn coming up, guys. Looks like we're merging onto another motorway, I think. At least that's what it looks like to me. Keeps changing words, and I press send before noticing lol. Yeah, that's the problem with phones. They like to put what they want to put, not what you want them to put. It's almost like they've got a mind of their own at times. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't already done so, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. That way you'll be notified of all future live streams and videos. I'll be live streaming regularly over the lockdown period, and uploads will remain daily. Kilometres left to go, guys. Steve said he's doing more videos now. God, it's about time. He was slacking towards the end of the year. The only way you're going to grow on YouTube is to put a massive amount of time and effort into it, which is exactly what I'm doing. I seem at the moment to live and breathe for YouTube. See, I was going at some speed then, going down that hill. I'm getting like that, especially sharing stuff and texts an hour out the day. Well, yeah, and you know, it's good. It's good practice. But I think at some point you should get a second channel and start doing gaming like me and Steve, because in the long term it will be more successful. As obviously there's only so many people into buses and trains, whereas there's a lot more people into gaming. I remember when I first wanted to move into gaming, I spent a couple of about must be coming up 2 years to save enough to get all the equipment I needed to be able to start. Oh, that could have been a hell of a lot worse. I thought I was going then. I honestly thought I was going. Oh. Yep. Oh, no, I don't want to quit the job. I'll tell you what happened then. I was too busy watching the crash on my other monitor. Bollocks. Well, I suppose that's one shortcut towards the end. I was watching how I nearly failed on the other screen as I then crashed on the actual... Yeah, that was a bad one. Oh, missed the gate. That was a bad one. That was really bad. Culture does not want to be behind me. Sideways double backflip with a kick to the left. It was a funny crash, needless to say. Surprised there's no one in this town. No one up nearby at all. But yeah, it was definitely some bold driving from me. Speaking of bold, I was hoping to get my hair cut some point soon. I'm going to have to now put up with having long hair for longer. There is now somebody up nearby coming into the town. Okay, let's drop this off. Okay, we've got time for one more, so let's do another one. There we go. That's going to involve 2 ferries, so this won't take long at all. Okay, let's get moving. 3 kilometres to drive to where my job is. Oh, looks like there's an Ant Dawson approved truck on the nearby, possibly. Okay, sure, going that way. I had a feeling you would, but had I pulled out, it'd been my luck, it'd have been going straight on. Okay, we're in this place on the right hand side. Let me accept the job. Where's the trailer? Round the back? Bloody hell. It's a big factory, this. Oh. That was smart. Had far too much speed then. Anyway, let's get a move on. We have 1,131 kilometres to drive, though we do have 2 ferries to catch. Come on, get moving. Right turn here. We're coming out of the town zone soon. Red light in front. Right turn once it goes back to green. Green light. Another red light. Oh, it's gone to green. Didn't notice, I was looking over at my stream at the time. Don't forget, if you're not already following me on social media, you will find a link in the description where you'll find all my social media. So make sure you follow me there. It's a good way to keep up to date with what I'm doing when I'm not streaming or uploading videos. Normally I'm up to a bit, but at the moment, very little. Okay, can put a foot down now. On our A roads at the moment, but that should be the case forever. Roundabout. Let's put foot down again. I had to laugh before. Was talking about. Ooh, that was close. But yeah, I was talking about the fantasy football thing with one of my mates, and he said that Ben Foster plays it, and he'd be. He said it'd be funny if I get Ben Foster in the next round of the cup. I said that I'm not confident about the next week of fixtures, so I probably won't pass whoever I'm against. Anyway, he then goes to check Ben Foster's team, and it turns out he never even qualified for the cup. I was in agony laughing when I found out. Like, this Alisson against this week, I've actually dicked her really badly. Like, unless Salah comes on, well, let's say comes out the second half. Well, unless Salah comes out in the second half and scores 4 goals, then it's game over for him. Should have slowed down a bit more for that corner. Ask him how I was live in the Championship. Could you imagine that? Slow down for this one. A bit more. Yeah, that was a close one. Oh, started to lift then. Into the city area anyway. One person in front of me, Omar. Not a problem. Something else now. Looks like it was all good though. Okay, right turn cut up ahead. Looks like we are joining a motorway. Bretty's bored already and there's still 41 days to go. Well, he's going to enjoy himself. He should literally just get some DVDs in and some games and a laptop maybe. He needs to obviously get stuff in to occupy his time. So I think the problem with Brett is his life revolves around buses and trains. Like, if you took that away from him, there's not much else he does do, and that's now the problem. So in normal times it wouldn't be an issue, but it is now. Oh, red light, red light, red light, shit, bollocks. Oh well. Yeah, drinking's the only other thing he does. I'm surprised he didn't get a red light offence there. But anyway, we're approaching the ferry terminal. I'll be honest though, if it weren't for YouTube, I'd be in the same position. Because everything else I do involves going outside. Well, for the most part. I'll start my Green Party meetings online. Oh, shit, that was close. Okay, over to Ajaccio we go. I've just noticed we're delivering gummy bears. That's Grandma's favourite. Oh, that way. I'll be fine, got plenty of DVDs to watch and stuff online. Also, probably start walking even though weather isn't brilliant, as it'll be good for mental health and my weight. Well, yes, true, walking is very good for you. Okay, right turn here when the lights go back to green. At the moment, the only person who's allowed to pass is Brett. There we go. Let's go. Oh, that's another Brett light. There we are. Hello, Alban. Another 860 kilometres to go into our destination. Hello, Scorps. Another red light. They love the red lights round here. Baldy has just uploaded a new video of some ball trucking. Has he now? You having fun? Yeah, not bad. Green light. The next in-game event I plan to take part on is a convoy on the 10th of January. I will be a member of Phoenix VTC by that point, hopefully. So it'll be the first job I'll do as a member of Phoenix VTC. SnowRunner, whatever that game is, looks American to me. I'll be honest, until Steve Wood said he was covering content of it, I had never heard of it before. Can you play Train Simulator? I think you asked that before. I'll be playing Train Simulator again once I've got my new computer. Until then, I don't have the space on this computer to do everything, which is one of the reasons I'm actually looking at getting a new computer. Brett is now deactivating Facebook. Why the hell is he doing that? Wait, Terence, where's Snuggles? She's downstairs asleep. She's been asleep near enough the entire day for some reason. What do you think of the new lockdown? Well, to be honest, it's needed and long overdue. Cats can be lazy. Oh God, aye. She spent most of the last 3 or 4 days asleep. I don't know what's up with her. Nothing wrong. Cats spend most of their time asleep. Well, Snuggles didn't until the last few days. Now, that's all she ever does. Nope. Right, turn it. Oh, must have slightly caught the barrier. Boris hasn't banned social media, has he, lol? Nope. Could you imagine if he tried to ban social media? There'd be outrage. I think Brett is being a girl, to be honest. Well, he is a soft ass at times, to be fair. It's like, he's not being asked to do much, to be fair. One post I always like when I see on Facebook is that our grandparents was asked to fight in a war. We're being asked to stay at home. You know, it's not hard, is it? Yeah, but it's more difficult for him because of his disability, though. Yeah, I've got the exact same as him, and I'm more than capable of managing it. The problem with Brett is because he doesn't stay at home. He's not got like a computer and that to keep his mind and self-occupied, which is part of the problem. He doesn't help himself. Exactly. That is exactly the point and the problem. Oh, I'm cutting that corner. I'm not arsed. If you asked me, he's perfectly fit to work. I'm not getting involved in that debate. It isn't even reviewed either, lol. It is. That I do know for a fact is incorrect. It is reviewed. Pretty sure he said he's never been to a job centre in his life, no look for work. He might have said that, but I do know it is reviewed because he has mentioned that in the past. I know it's different, but I've got epilepsy and I'm able to work as I've only got it in a mild form. Isn't yours something what could be controlled by medication though? Yes, might be in some form, but never has been face to face. It has been face to face. Can you Liverpool Terence? Can you say Liverpool? Oh right, yes, Liverpool. Shithole. Yes, and it's reviewed normally yearly. Since your medication, that is pretty smart. Basically, Bojo has stopped him living and he's crying about it. It's unbelievable. It's not as strict though as it was last March. Well, near enough is, to be honest, but I think it does need to be strict, otherwise we're not going to get on top of this virus, are we? Terence, your laugh is the best. Cheers. It's worse though, and I'm laughing very hard because it gets very high pitched. But yeah, what is it, English? One thing I will say about Brett is he's the only person I know who is not a child who doesn't have a bank account.
Oh, ta bouche, commence pas toi à
How you
parler
doing?
God. I'm back, lol. Welcome back, Simbold. Did you enjoy watching the announcement?
Je suis pour toi.
Terence, can I ask you something? Yeah, go for it. Oh, I've got a bunch of people coming towards me. This should be fun. That was his fault for listening to Josh and getting hacked. Well, exactly. Josh isn't the kind of person you're supposed to listen to. Oh, hang on a minute. 211, you reported for ungrade driving.
Report the Google. Everyone
I know.
ban that sort of dickheads.
Hello, party
I did.
people. How are
I think
you?
I may have upset Brett though. Why? What have you said?
Google report.
Very well.
From where are you?
Report the Google.
Lithuanian, you?
Germany.
Nice.
Marcel, can you report Google,
What
please?
the hell, dude? What are you doing?
I can't understand you. There are too much people here.
Oh, das ist gut.
What's he doing? I just realised.
Ja, das finde ich auch.
Genau.
That is some bold driving, I'm sorry.
Palauk, seniams man užblokavo.
What did you think about the coronavirus?
Corona sucks.
It's very sad actually.
The only good
I'm
thing
just
is
gonna
that
quickly
photos are
check
cheap.
what time I am on my stream. Okay.
Tu pagaliau iškeli išsinėjus duchas.
Sleep here in the cars, trucks, or one is here in the city.
Lukas,
Yes.
Okay, just made a note of that.
Uh,
Just
where
so
are
when I
you
go
from?
to report that in the morning, I can find the timestamp on the live stream.
Ah, nothing, man. I'm probably saying yeah.
Alright, let's go. Oh, I've not put the stream up on the other chat. On my other screen, sorry. There we go.
Stand the
Petrol
cycle.
out or full or what?
Where are we? I think I'm upset I've seen that part. Terence, if you could be staffing
Yes,
Alice again, would you take it?
I have to
Probably
fix it
not,
so
no,
cold
to be
outside.
honest.
Nej, släck under oss uppe på.
How is the weather by you? I like to go
Yeah,
to
he's-
sun.
He's letting me in.
It's cold, raining.
Yeah,
It's not snowing anymore. In 21st century, just
I'll let him
raining,
through.
raining, constant raining.
I cannot verify it though, but his Facebook account is now offline. I feel a bit guilty, to be honest. Well, to be honest, you didn't say anything wrong though, that's the point. Oh, hang on, he's read the messages now. I asked him on Snapchat why, and he said, because I want to, lol. Yeah, it's just weird. Okay, let's get on this ferry and get out of here before anything else bald happens. Q&A with you, Terence. Whichever, I'm on arse, mate. Okay, another 244 kilometres to drive. Steve, you do know you're talking about someone who hasn't even got a bank card. Apparently he uses it too much and wants a break. Everyone uses social media too much. Oh, that was close. Do you reckon I should send him some bus pictures? Yeah, why not? Really? Yes, really. He's not got a bank card. He hasn't got a bank account anymore. He can't, like what I did before, for example. I went on Amazon and bought a steering wheel. He can't even do that. Oh, green light now. How the hell does he get paid by the government? His money goes into his mum's bank account. Yes, really, we're not joking. Yeah, and that was over a year ago as well. He's had over a year to set up a new bank account with another bank. So they shut it down, and since then, from 18 months to 2 years ago, he's made no attempts to set up a new account. Exactly, and it's been that bloody long. I cannot see how he's been allowed to continue getting his income paid into another account I'm sure one of the requirements is you need to have your own account. That I couldn't tell you. Facebook is toxic, he says. No, Facebook's only as toxic as you allow it to be. Because after all, you pick who you have as a friend on Facebook. You pick the groups you go into and stuff like that. It's like, I've never understood why people say social media is so toxic. Like, I'm just like, nope. To be fair, I don't even look at my newsfeed that much anymore. It's just, I'm always shown as active because of, you know, Messenger on my bloody phone. But it's not very often I go down reading what people's put statuses about like that. I just don't have the time for it, to be honest. Anyway, enough of Brett talk. I'm going to do another farming video once Terence has finished here. What are you farming, Steve? Her? Well, his YT channel won't grow if he doesn't share stuff on Facebook. Well, exactly, because you can't expect to grow just by uploading on YouTube, because obviously people won't find your channel. Plenty of hers running around his farms. I bet there is. Sod off you, lol. Not sure yet. Sod off, Mark. It's funny that. Okay, tall booth coming up. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, please do hit the like button on this live stream. It helps me with YouTube analytics, so I'd very much appreciate it. I'm not being funny here, and not actually meant to speak to, but seeing him a few times. But the last thing Brett should be doing is shutting himself off from people. Well, you said it. Okay, it looks like we're coming off at the upcoming junction. It's funny, the report system at the moment. It says it's heavy, and I'm just like, are you fat? And I've got 2 more reports to put in as well from yesterday's stream, which I've totally forgot about until just. And last time I checked, well, I checked this morning, I've still got 7 reports waiting to be sorted. Okay, another tolling booth coming up. 100 kilometres still to go. Ardene's made up, he bought a Skoda car on ETS2 online, lol. I remember when I first got one of them, the handling is well different to handling a truck, so it was catching me out at first. I see Liverpool first Southampton is on the 69th minute, and still 1-0 to Southampton. Oh yeah, buy a caravan with it so you can do jobs. Or as you'll hear on Truckers FM, watch out for that pilot car. Crash. I'm looking forward to having a drink once this stream's done with, because my throat is getting sore now. Maybe Brett is crying because Liverpool are about to go second this coming week. Maybe. Okay, moving into the left, well, middle lane as we're going straight on. 40's bald. Well, it is at the moment, yeah. Excuse me. Ah, we see the end flag now. I thought somebody then had a racist tag. I had to just have another look then. I was like, wow. Thankfully, it didn't say what I thought it said. Anyway, we're coming off at this junction. Is Steve still about, as he is causing the air to be dry, which will affect your dry throat? It could very well be. How did you tip over before, Mr. 69? Basically, just before it happened, I nearly crashed badly and saved it. But then I was watching it on the stream to where I nearly crashed. And I was watching it on stream and then managed to crash in the game, and that finished me off. So yeah, not the best of driving then. well and truly, I was a bit embarrassed at that one, if I'm totally honest. Almost as bad as you last night when you started streaming when you didn't mean to at gone 10 o'clock. Okay, there we go. What the hell? I'm still embarrassed about that one, lol. I'm not surprised. Alright guys, well I'm going to finish this stream here. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe if you're new. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.